Hi there, I'm Griffin with Silvera Consulting. Welcome to our micro lesson series, quick tips and tools for service providers looking to enhance and make their work more accessible to ORR eligible communities in California. I am a DOJ fully accredited representative, authorized to practice immigration law before the Department of Homeland Security, the immigration courts, and the Board of Immigration Appeals. My practice of immigration law focuses on family and humanitarian-based immigration legal matters. This lesson is part of a larger project, the California Newcomer Project, in coordination with CDSS and the Refugee Programs Bureau. Our goal is to equip you with practical, easy-to-use tools that you can bring directly into your work. In today's short video, we're going to talk about one of the most important documents in the U.S. immigration process, the Notice to Appear, or NTA. If you've ever worked with clients who are in removal proceedings, also known as immigration court proceedings, you may have heard this term before. But what exactly is an NTA? What information does it include? And why does it matter so much? Let's break it down. And a quick disclaimer, the information contained in this video is for general informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. What is a notice to appear? A notice to appear, officially Form I-862 and often called an NTA, is a 3 to 4 page document issued by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. It charges a non-citizen with some violation of immigration law and orders that person to appear before an immigration judge. It's important to remember this is a civil process, not a criminal one. An NTA doesn't mean that the non-citizen being charged has committed a crime. It simply means the government believes they violated immigration law. Once an NTA is officially filed with the immigration court, it kicks off what's called removal proceedings. These proceedings generally end in one of two ways. If the non-citizen or respondent wins their case, generally they get to stay in the United States. And in some cases, they might even be granted a lawful immigration status for the first time. If the government wins, that's the Department of Homeland Security, the immigration judge will issue an order of removal, meaning the non-citizen, must leave the country. Essentially, the NTA is just the starting point. The government alleges one or more violations of immigration law. The non-citizen respondent, defendant, has an opportunity to defend themselves, and ultimately the immigration judge will make a decision. But what's in an NTA? Let's go through the key elements that make up a notice to appear. First, biographic information. You'll see the non-citizen's name, address, date of birth, and something called their A number, short for alien registration number, alien number, and this is a personal case ID or individual ID used in immigration matters. Next, the NTA will explain how the person is being charged, and there are three main categories here. First, we have arriving aliens, and this generally refers to an individual arriving to the United States at a port of entry, like an airport or border crossing. In these cases, the respondent has the burden to show that they are not inadmissible as charged in the NTA. Next, we have an alien who is present without admission or parole. And this refers to a non-citizen found inside the United States who has not previously been formally admitted or paroled. And again, the burden here in these proceedings is for the respondent to show that they are not inadmissible as charged. Lastly, we have an alien who has been admitted, but who is now removable. This applies to individuals who were previously lawfully admitted, but whom the government now believes should be removed. For example, due to a violation of status or certain criminal conduct. In this category, the government, the Department of Homeland Security, carries the burden to prove removability of the non-citizen respondent. The NTA will also include a series of factual allegations. These will typically list the person's citizenship or nationality, otherwise known as their alienage, when, where, and how the government supposes that they entered the United States, and the facts that support the government's belief that they're removable. Following that, you'll see one or more charges of removability, charges of inadmissibility, perhaps. And these charges may also be found on a subsequent page, such as page 3 or 4 of the NTA. And these charges of removability are references to specific sections of the Immigration Nationality Act, the INA. And these are basically the laws that define why the government believes removal is justified. The bottom section of the NTA includes logistical details, the date, time, and location of the person's immigration court hearing, the name and signature of the Department of Homeland Security officer issuing the document. On the following page, will include a certificate of service confirming how and when the NTA was served on the respondent. And here's an important note. If there was improper service, meaning the person never actually received the NTA or it wasn't otherwise served correctly upon them, that can be challenged in immigration court. For this reason, it is essential that clients are connected to reputable immigration legal counsel, either immigration attorneys or DOJ accredited representatives. So let's wrap up with a few quick takeaways. Notice to appear as the starting point of immigration court proceedings. Immigration court or removal proceedings are a civil process, not a criminal one. The NTA itself contains allegations, not proven facts. And it's important to ensure that clients are connected to reputable immigration counsel, either licensed immigration attorneys or DOJ accredited representatives who can properly assess an NTA for accuracy. Understanding the notice to appear is crucial to anyone working with ORR eligible populations. Helps you guide clients through what can be an intimidating process and connect them with the right legal resources. Please share your feedback through our survey link and check out additional guides and webinars at Support Guide. Thanks for watching this micro lesson from Solvera, your partner in impact.